So in previous session, we have seen some of the operators. So today we are going to see remaining operators. So in yesterday's class, we have to see some of the examples for relational operator. I will show you some examples. Okay, let us see those examples now. Regarding your relational operators, I will show you some examples. So if you are going to consider two different type of, let us come, this is 10 and this is some string type. So what happens is 10 is equal to string called as Shiva? No. So answer is what? False. In the same way, if I am going to consider SIVA equal to SIVA, for example, both are same? Yes, these two are same. Okay, 1 minute. Cannot assign literal. Okay, 1 minute. Let us see. So here double equal to I have to place. I have placed only single equal to, so that we got some error. So for comparison, what we have to do? We have to give double equal to operator, but I have given only single equal to, so that we have got what? And syntax error, because equal to is nothing but a assignment operator. So we will see about assignment operator later. So let us see now about string. So these two are same or not? Yes. So we are going to get true. If I am going to consider 10 equal to 10, for example, now you have to observe this thing. One is integer, another one is string. But left side is what? It is a int type. The value is 10. If you are going to consider a right side value, it is a string value. So both are not equal. Okay. Now if you are going to consider 10 point, for example, I will take A. So what happens? Unicode of your A is what? 97. But if you are going to consider here, equal to operator will check always the content. But here the content is what? A, and here the content is what? 97. So both are what? False. Okay. Next I want to show you 10 double equal to 10.0. Here this thing has to be observed by you. Reason is, here if you are going to consider this example, what happened means, one is int type, another one is float type, but both are numerical types. So when you're going to take 10 also, it is going to be converted into higher level of the two values. When you're going to consider higher level of these two values, what you can observe here, int is going to be converted into float. So 10 or 10.0 both are same. So here what is going to happen? Smaller type will be converted into larger type. Larger type and smaller type are nothing but int is smaller and float is larger when compared between int and float. So now I will consider one more example for this one. So 10 equal to 10.1. Now you can easily understand what happens. 10 is int. If we consider 10 and 10.0, both are same, no problem. But if you're going to consider 10 and 10.1, both are different. That means what? In right side value, we are going to have 0.1 more. So we are not going to get true. We are getting what? False. Next one. If I'm going to consider 10.10 and, for example, 10.1. So if you are going to consider this example, both are same, because the right side, if you are going to consider a values after a decimal point, if you keep right side zeros and so on, there is no value for 0. But if you are going to consider, for example, here if I place zeros right side for the value which is before decimal point, then there will be a value. Then first it will become 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. But if you place here zeros, is there any value for this one? No. In the same way, if you are going to place zeros here, n number of zeros, it is nothing but one only. Both are same. We are going to get true. Okay. Right. So these small things you have to observe here. So these are the what we can say, different type of relational operators already we have seen in yesterday's class. So these are some examples regarding to those. Now today we are going to see about logical operators. First let us see about logical operators. Okay. Right. So logical operators. So here we are going to have logical operators. Those are three logical operators we are going to have. First one is AND operator, next one is OR operator, next one is NOT operator. So generally, if you know a digital logic design or some digital electronics, you can understand what is meant by and, or, and not. So if you don't know also, let us discuss now. So these are the logical operators. So these can be applied to, let us see what are the types we can apply. So these can be applied to all the types. First thing what we have to observe, these operators can be applied to all types. That means all types means what? It can be int, it can be float, or it can be string, or any type. Okay. So now let us see how to apply this these operators to different type of values, right? So first, before going to all these things, we have to understand what is meant by or, what is meant by and, what is meant by or, and what is meant by not. So first one, and operation. And means here what we are going to say, logical operations. Here mainly we are going to focus on true or false. You have to observe here, logical means what? We are going to focus on true or false. Here and means true, result will be true if both operands are true. Both operands are true. You have to remember this rule. Except this case, remaining all are false. If the answer is true, then it will be true if both operands are true. Okay. Otherwise, when we are going to get false, if except I will show you. I will write T for true and F for false. T, T. Answer will be T. For example, here I'm going to take X, Y. This as a result, some Z. So here I'm going to perform what? X and Y I am going to perform. So what happens in this case only the value will be true. Next case, if I am going to consider TF, the answer will be what? F. In the same way, false, true, we are going to get false. False, false, we are going to get what? False only. This is about AND operation. So just remember this point that AND results true if and only if both operands are true. Here X and Y, if X and Y are true, then only result will be what? True. In remaining all cases, we are going to get false. Next, if you are going to see about OR, it will result true if either of the operands is true. If either of the operands is true or is true. Okay, right. What is the meaning of this one? Means except, at least if one is true, answer will be true. For example, so X, Y and Z equal to, for example, X or Y. I am going to consider. Now see, once study this one. If either of the operands is true, then only answer will be what? True. So here I am going to consider different cases. True, true. Next one is what? True, false. True, true, and false, false. If at least one true is there, here at least one true is there. Here also at least one true. Here also at least one true. But here there is no true. So here we are going to get what? False. In remaining all cases, we are going to get what? True. If either of the operand is true, then only we are going to get what? True. Next remaining case is what? False. Now not operation. This is a not operator. If true, that means what? If true, result will be false. Okay. If false, result will be true. Okay. This we have to understand. Okay. That means it is nothing but if you are going to consider, if I say not S, automatically if it is not S, answer is what? No. If I say not no, then answer will be what? Yes. In the same way, if I say not true, it will be false. If I say not false, it will be true. Okay. First, you have to remember these rules. Once again, briefly, I will repeat the same thing. So see once, here the result will be true only if both operands are true. In AND condition, AND means what? If both are true, then only it will be true. Remaining all cases, it will be false. Next, what is meant by OR operator? The conditions is what? If either of the operands is true, that means what? If at least one true is there, then automatically result will be what? True. If we are going to have that means two operands are false, then automatically result will be false. Okay, right. So here you can observe that one. Okay, right. Next one. So what about not? Not means if we are going to write not true, what is the answer? False. Not false, answer is true. Okay, so this is the rules for your logical operator when compared with Boolean. Okay, now I want to show you about, so you have to remember these points. Okay, right, now I want to show you about non-Boolean. Just now we have seen only about true or false. I want to discuss about non-Boolean also. What is meant by non-Boolean? Generally we will consider what it may be: string, it may be int, it may be float, it may be complex, and so on. Generally we will not use any complex things. So let us see about these three things. Let us see only these two types. Okay, because if you take int or float, both are same. Okay, both are numericals. So see here, if we are going to consider 0, that means what? It is a non-Boolean. Boolean means what? True or false. But here I am going to consider integer value. If 0 means false, if non-zero means true, it may be any value. Answer will be what? True. This point you have to remember. For all non-Boolean types, 0 means false and non-zero means true. Okay, this is about integers or floating point. In floating point, what? If 0.0, answer is what? False. In remaining all cases, in non-zero cases, here also what happens? We are going to get true. This is about float. Next, if you are going to consider a string, empty string gives you what? Empty string gives you false. Already we have seen this concept. Non-empty string gives you true. That means what? At least if I write single quotes and I have given some space here, it will also be considered as what? Non-empty string, because there is a space. Okay, so just you have to think what? Empty string. This is what? Just open bracket and open single quotes and closed single quotes. So that means what? Inside this one there is no string. So answer is what? False. If at least we are having any string, any value, it may be space or it may be any symbol, then automatically it will be what? Non-empty string. If we are having non-empty string, the result will be what? True. Okay, rules are same. Okay, rules are same. First, whatever we have discussed about when we are going to get true in and when we are going to get true in or, what about not, we have seen all those rules are same. But here I am telling you what, which one is true and which one is false. Right, now let us see examples for these operators. So first let us see about so if you are unable to remember those rules, just I will write aside here, and just I will write here and, or, just not. Okay, what happens here? TTT, this is the result. Okay, this is what TF, answer is false. False, true, false. Next one is what? False, false, false. Next, what about this one? TT, T, TF, T. Next one, FT, T, FF, false. Okay, right, last one is what? If T, answer is false. If false, answer is true. Right, so now, so I will show you some examples for this one. 10 and 20. First I will explain one example, later we will see remaining examples. So here we have to understand one thing, that I will write the, for example, I will take x and y. So for this statement, what will be the result? I will tell you. If x evaluates to, listen carefully, if x evaluates to false, that means what? If first condition this is false, then automatically result will be x. Then result is x. So sorry, excuse. Okay, right. Otherwise we are going to get what? Answer as, otherwise it returns y. You have to understand clearly this statement. If x and y, let us consider, I will show you. If x value is true and y value is true, for example, what will be the answer? True. Okay, so here what? X and y, what is the answer? If x evaluates to false, then automatical result is what? X, otherwise returns y. Okay, but here in this case what happens? It is about Boolean, but here if I am going to take the values, what is going to be happen? Then we will see here, because according to this what happens? True and true will be true. Now I will take one value, 10 and 20 I have taken here. Now what will be the output of this program means? So now see this statement. If x evaluates to false, is it false or true? So already we have seen some examples. If non-zero value, automatically we are going to get what? False. So is it a non-zero value or not? Yes, it is a non-zero value. So here it will be what? True. Next, here it is what? So I will not see about this one, because here I have one statement that if x evaluates to false, then result is x. So is it false? No. Automatical result will be what? Y. So for this statement, answer will be what? This will be the answer. So let us see that example once. Later we will go to remaining examples. So 10 and 20 I will take. So what will be the answer? 20. What is the reason? Here we are having one rule that if x and y, it results what? If x evaluates to false. If it is false, then result is x. If it is true, result will be y. Sorry. If x evaluates to false, then result will be x. Otherwise y. If it is true, it will be written. Okay. Sorry. If it is false, I will show you. So here I am going to take x and 20. Now see here, is x value is false or not? Yes. So it will return what? X value. That is what? 0. If let us consider, I will take one more example. And for example 20. Okay, here what happened? First one is empty string. Empty string means what? Empty string means false. So if x, let us consider this as a x and this as a y. If x is false, it returns what? X. If x is true, then it returns y. Okay, you have to understand this rule. Okay, once again I am repeating. If I am going to write x and y, if x evaluates to false, then result is x. Otherwise returns true. Sorry, otherwise returns y. In the same way, here also see now, if x is false, for example, is it false? No. It will return you what? True. Next case I will take true and false. For example. So what it is going to evaluate here? True only. Then automatically it will returns what? Y. See here. If x evaluates to false, is it false? No. If it is false, it returns this one. Otherwise, it returns what? Y. So it returns what? This one. Now let us take false. False and true. Now see, x is what now? If x is false, if x evaluates to false, it returns what? X. So is x is false or not? Yes. So it returns you what? False only. Next, false and false. I don't bother about y value, just based on this x value I'm going to tell you. So now see here, is it true or false? False. It is false. So automatically you are going to get what? You are going to get false only, output as x only. So don't worry about this statement. If you are unable to understand this statement also, don't worry, but just this statement is applicable for this concept. Okay, if true or false you are going to consider, as per the rule we know that true and true only, answer will be true. In remaining all cases we are going to get what? False. Okay, right. This is about and. Now I want to show you about OR case. Okay, OR case is, for example, x or y. Okay, so first I will show you, then you can understand the concept. Later we will go to statement, because I have already show you what? And statement. Now I will write expression, 4 different type of expressions, then you can understand what will be the statement of this one. 10 or 20, result is what? 10. Next I will take 0 and 20, answer is what? 0. You have to observe. Okay, next one, 20 and 0, answer is 0 only. Okay, next one what I have to take? 0 and 0, for example, 0 and 0, answer is what? 0. You have to observe last 3 cases. What happened? If x evaluates to true, okay, for example, here I will show, if x evaluates to true, I will show 2 cases. If x evaluates to true, then returns x. That means what? If x evaluates to true, then returns x, otherwise return y. 1 minute. Here it is 1 minute. This is true. Okay, next this is true. Okay, we are going to get what? This is 1 minute. This is true. I will write here 4 cases I will write. so that we can understand clearly. Right. See here. 4 cases I will write. 20 or, okay, otherwise 10 or 20, one case. 20 or 0, 0 or 20, 0 or 0. So here, let us see what is the output of each program, sorry, each statement here. So first one gives you what? 10. So this one gives you 10. So 20 or 0 gives you 0. Next one, 0 and 0 gives you 0. And next, sorry. Yes, that is why we are getting the wrong answer here. That is, I have placed what? And here, sorry. So 10 or 20, first case. Okay. Next case is what? I have to take true and I want to take false. Sorry, or here. Right. Now see, 20, yes, correct. Now I will take 0 and 20. Oh, sorry. I have to take or, because generally we will use and operation, so that always I am typing and. Right, 20. 0 or 20. Right, next one is 0 or 0. 0 or 0. Now you can observe the answers. So when I am going to consider 10 or 20, 10 or 20, answer is what? 10. 20 or 0, it will give you what? 20. Right. So next one is what? 0 or 20, it is giving you what? 20. Next one, 0 or 0, it is giving you 0. So what is the rule here? We can see clearly, you can observe. This is false, this is false. So automatically you are going to get what? False. One false, one true. Answer is true. Okay, here I will write true, 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 false. Next one is what? False, true. Next one, false, false. In our case, what happens? Only false, false is false. Remaining all are true. In the same way, see here. This is true, true. Answer is true. Value I will discuss. This is what? True. This one is what? False. Answer is true. Okay. Next one. This is false. This is true. Answer is true. This is false. This is false. Answer is false. In this way you can observe. But I want to discuss what means here. If two values are true, which true value has to be written? I will talk about that one now. That is, if x evaluates to true, if x evaluates to true, then result is x. If x evaluates to true, then result is x. In before case, what happens? If in AND case, if x evaluates to false, then return x. Here I will write if OR case, this is OR case, I am going to write if x evaluates to true, then x, otherwise y, otherwise y. What is AND case? You have to understand small difference, reverse will be there. If we are going to consider x, if x evaluates to false, if x evaluates to false, then x, otherwise y. Okay, here we have to observe these things. Now see, if x evaluates to true, what is the answer we are going to get? If x evaluates to true, then x, so answer is 10. If x evaluates to true, what is the answer? X. Okay, if x evaluates to false, okay, 1 minute. Okay, if x evaluates to true, then x, otherwise y. If x evaluates to false, then we have to get what? Y. Right, so answer is what? Y. Once again I am repeating. So if x evaluates to true, then x. Is it true? No. Then so it has to give you what? Y value. So I got what? Y. Next one is what? If x evaluates to true, it is not true, so it has to return me what? Y. So y is also 0. So it leads to a small confusion. Don't worry about this. Once again, if you write this statement and if you check it clearly, you can understand clearly. So these two statements should be understand. Okay, right. So once again, because it may lead you to confusion. If x evaluates to true, so in this case what happens? True. In these two cases it is true, so answer will be what? 20. Sorry, here it is 10 and 20. Yes, because it returns what? X. Next, in this case and in this case, what happens? It is what? False. It is not true. So it has to return what? These values. So answer is what? 20 and 0. Yes. This is about your and or operation. Okay. So if you remember these rules, it will be directly applicable for your Boolean if it is easy. Those are, if values are Boolean, directly we can apply. But if the values are non-Boolean, then it may lead to confusion. At that time, you have to remember these two steps or these two statements. Okay, right. Next. So I will show you 2 or more examples here. Here I will show you already only I am taking only integers. Let us take some strings also. I want to show you some like 0 or true. Okay, what will be the answer? You are going to get true. So we know the reason. Okay, because what? If x evaluates to true, if x evaluates to true, then only x, otherwise y. So answer is what? Y. Next, I am going to take 2 strings. For example, Shiva or Ram, for example. Then here what, both are true, then it is going to give x. First one is true, automatically to give me x. Next, 10 or, here you may lead some confusion you may get here. What happens here? You may think that both are true, but here what happens? 10 by 0, wherever you are going to write 10 by 0, you are going to get an error. Okay, but in one case, in this case, will we get an error or not? Because it will not go to second case. If first case is, you have to understand this point, if first case is true, it will not go to second case, so we will not get any error. Again, I am repeating the same thing. If first case is true, automatically it will return what? It has to return what? X value. So it is returning 10. But if the first case is false, then it has to return what? If first case is false, if true, it will return X. Okay, X evaluates to true, then it return X. If it is false, it has to return what? Y. So first value is what? False. Then it has to return what? Y. Then it will evaluate 10 by 0. Then what happens? Once it is going to evaluate 10 by 0, we are going to get an error. That error is what? 0 division error. So once again, I am repeating here. So this step, what happens? When, if X evaluates to true, then automatically it returns X. No problem here. It will not go to Y. But if X evaluates to false, then it has to print what? Y. But when it has to print Y, then it will evaluate, this value will be evaluated. If it evaluates 10 by 0, what happens? Automatically we are going to get division by 0 error or 0 division error. Okay, right. Now this is about different examples on and or operation. Now let us go to not operation. It's very easy, nothing is there, just we have to use what? Not true. For example, if it is not true, it will be what? False. If it is not false, it will be true. Next, if I am going to write not 10, 10 is what? 10 means true. As it is a non-zero, it will always treat a non-zero value as true. So answer will be what? We are going to get false. Not 0, 0 will be treated as what? 0 will be treated as false. So answer will be true. Next, not 0.0, automatically you are going to get what? True. Not 0.1, here you have to understand. Is it a non-zero value? It is not a non-zero, sorry, is it a zero value? No, it is a non-zero value. So compulsory non-zero value means what? True. So not true is what? False. Okay. Next, I will take not empty string. Now what happens? Empty string is what? False. Not false means true. Okay. Next, not space, this one. Is it an empty string? It is not a empty string, because inside that string I am having space. So you will get what? False. Okay. Because this is true. It will be considered as what? True. This will be considered as true because it is a non-zero. It is not a empty string. Non-empty string it is a. So it will be considered as true. Right. Next, one more example I want to take. Let us consider, right, not 0.000001. What happens? It will be considered as 0 or non-zero. Automatically it will consider as non-zero because what? 1 is there. If 1 is not there, for example, 0.0000 and so on. What will be? It will be considered as 0 only. So you are going to get true. Okay. So these are the different examples we have to observe. And let us take, for example, not 5 by 5. What will be the answer? 5 by 5, 5 by 5 is what? 1. So not true is what? False. Now I will take 5 modulo 5 I will take. Otherwise 10 modulo 2 I will take. 10 modulo 2. So 10 modulo 2 returns what? 0. So not 0 is not, sorry, 0 means what? False. Not false means it is going to give you what? True. Okay. Next. Not 10 by 0. Okay. Here what happens? When I take 10 by 0, it has to evaluate 10 by 0. So when it tries to evaluate 10 by 0, 10 by 0 is nothing but what? We are going to get an 0 division error. Okay. So these are the different type of possibilities where we can see our not operation. So what happens here? If x evaluates to true, then false. If x evaluates to false, then true. Only here we are having one value for not. So if we are going to consider and or, there we are going to have two different values. So x and y or x or y. But in the case of not, we are going to have only one value. Either not, we will write some value, or we will write Boolean value, or it may be any value. Only one value will be there. Okay. So this is about logical operators. Here just you have to remember some rules. If you understand those rules, it will be very easy. Okay. Right. Now next type of operators. So first we have seen what? Logical operators. We have completed. What are those? Logical operators are and, next one is or, next one is not. Now we are going to see about bitwise operators. So in the name it says what? Bitwise. So if you don't know about bits, you may lead to some confusion. So we have to understand these bitwise operators somewhat. We have to listen carefully. Okay. Right. First, I will show you the what are the different type of operators we are having in bitwise. So first, I will explain what is meant by bitwise. Bitwise. I am going to separate this word. That is what? Bitwise. That means what? For every bit, we have to perform an operation on every bit. Okay. Bitwise for every bit. Okay. You have to understand this one. Bitwise means what? For every bit in the given value. Okay. Anyway. Right, I'm going to show you some operators of this bitwise. This is what? And operation. This is called as logical and. This and is different, this and is different. Sorry, this is called as logical and, this is called as bitwise and. I will show you the difference. Okay. Next, if you're going to this is and, automatically this will become you R. This will become what? R. This is called as bitwise or. That means what? When I write this one between two values, those two values will be converted into bits, and on each and every individual bit this is going to be performed. But this or is going to be performed on what? On true or false, on entire value. Okay, I will show you clearly. Right. And or. Next one is XOR. This is cap symbol is nothing but what? XOR. And next we can consider complement symbol. Okay, this is complement operator. Like these three operations are same. Here, however not is performing, here complement will perform same operation, but on individual bits. Okay. Next one is what? Bitwise left shift, or left shift we can consider directly. This is what? Right shift. So these are the 6 different type of bitwise operators we are going to have. First one is what? Bitwise and. Second one is bitwise or. Third one is XOR, bitwise XOR. Next one is what? Complement. Next one is bitwise left shift. Next one is bitwise right shift. So now we are going to see in detail about these operators with examples. Right. So first one we have to see is what? And operation. And operator. So you have to observe, this is what this and is called as. It is a logical and. But if you are going to consider this and, this is called as bitwise and. Okay. So when we are going to logical and, here we are going to consider what? True and false. but in the bitwise we are going to consider was zeros and ones. Here this is a small difference you have to understand. Now see here, what is the rules of this AND? This AND rules and this AND rules are same. You can observe here 0 0, answer is 0. I am talking about AND. This AND, this is A, this is B, result is A and B, for example. So 0 1, so answer is 0. Next one 1 0, answer is 0. 1 1, answer is 1. Compulsory these rules has to be understand if you want to understand bitwise AND. What just if 1 1 is there, answer is 1. Next, what about OR? A B. OR means what? This one. Okay. So same. If you are having 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, for example. So 0 0 means it will be 0. If at least one bit is 1, then 1. So in these three cases, what happens? Otherwise, we can consider if two zeros are there, it will be 0. Okay. Right. Next one is what? XOR. Third one is XOR. Right. So here XOR is nothing but whenever two different symbols are there, then only one. Whenever two different symbols are there, then only one. In remaining cases, it is 0. This is about what? XOR. Next one is complement. A value. 0 is there, 1 is there. Complement A. That means what? 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0. So if you see this case, see here, this case and this case, and this case, this is nothing but not, this is nothing but or, this is nothing but and. But in this, what we are going to consider? True means true and false. Here also true and false. In our case, true and false. In not case also we are considering what? True and false. So in the same way here, this table is nothing but true means I am going to consider 1, false means I am going to consider 0. In the same way, true means 1, false means 0. Here also same thing. Okay. So right, whenever we are going to see these symbols, compulsory these should be applied on bits only. So these are called as bitwise operators. So for each and every operator, I am going to take a in detail explanation. Okay, because it is required here. So just you have to remember these points. Just remember if two ones are there, 1. Output will be 1 in AND. If two zeros are there, then only output will be 0 in OR. What about this XOR case? This is called as cap symbol, or we can call it as an XOR. So here, when two different symbols are there, 0 1 or 1 0, these are two different symbols, then only output will be 1. In remaining two cases, what happens? Output will be 0. In A case, complement case, what happens? 0 means 1, 1 means 0. Right. Now, for each and every individual operator, first I will show you the output. Then I want to discuss how it is going to be generated. First, just I want to show you small example. For example, I want to take small values because I have to show you with bits. 4 and 5. Now what happens here? Two values I am going to take. It is going to give me answer as what? 4. You may think, see, same example I will take in AND operation also. 4 and 5. Answer is what? 5. This is going to perform in which case? Second case. This is what? If X is evaluates as already we are having some rule. See that? What is that? If X is going to be evaluated as false, then it results X. Okay. If X evaluates to false, then returns X. But it is true. So it returns what? Y. This is the rule what we have seen later. But now, why it is 4 and 5 is 4 means I will explain. Right. I want to take 1 minute. Right. Now see, I will take what? Two values, 4 and 5. So if you are going to consider same thing in your Java, these two are considered as integers. So for integers, we are having 4 bytes. So for that, I have to take 32 bits. But here there is no particular size for our integers. Based on the value, the size will be varied. So there is no need of taking a particular what we can say number of bits. I will take a for example 4 or 5 bits or 8 bits I am going to take for example. So what is the value of 4? I will write here 100. So totally I am going to take 8 bits for example. So the value of this one is what? 4. And value of 5 is what? 101. Let us take 8 bits here for example. You can take 3 also, no problem. Now see, what is the AND operation means? 1 1 means AND operation means what? 1 1 is only 1. So this is what? 0. This is what? 0. This is what? 1 and 1 is 1. Remaining all are 0. 0 and 0 are zeros only. So 1 0 0 is nothing but what? 4. Okay. This is the reason why we are going to get output as 1. Sorry, 4. Now I will show you small example. 5 and 5. Answer is what? 5. Reason is what? See, because if you are going to perform two numbers, same numbers, what happens? Sorry, 5 and 5. I will take only three values. 101, 101. Same numbers are there. 1 and 1 is what? 1. 0 and 0 is what? 0. 1 and 1 is what? 1. What is the value? It is going to return 5 only. Okay, right. I want to show you two more examples so that you will get a clarity. 10 and 20. Sorry, 10 and sorry. Here 5 and 5 it gives you what I have taken. It is a logical operator. So you will get the same value here also. No problem. 5 and 5 is what? 5 only. Next, I want to show you for what? 10 and 20. So what is the answer? You are going to get 0. So this one we have to understand why it results to 0. So 10 and 20. So what is the 10 value? I know that 10 value is 1010, but I don't remember what is the value of 20. So that what I have to do? I have to apply rule called as 8421. This is only up to 15 values. So this one also I have to consider. So I need what? 20. So 16, 4, 20. So this is the value. So what? 10100. Here I will place 0. So this is which value? 10. 10 value. This is 20 value. So now see, 0 0 0 and 0 0 0 and 1 0 0 and 1 0 1 and 0 0 0 and 1 0. All values are what? 0. So the result is 0. So we got 0 here. Okay, that is the case. So this is about what we can say AND operation. That is what? Bitwise AND. So here every individual bit of the value will be evaluated with another one. Okay. Now I want to show you about OR operation. So firstly I will show you 4 or 5. Okay, or 5. What it is going to give you? 5. So how it is going to give? Same. Here already we have done in the same way it is going to do 4 5. What are the values? 100 101. So except 00 is 0, remaining all are ones. So 101 is nothing but 5. Right. Now if you are going to see about remaining, let us take 10, one more example. 10 or 20. It is going to give what? 30. So I will show you this example and I will go to remaining operators. So 10 or 20. 1 minute. Okay. 10 or 20. 20 means what? 16, 8. This is what? 4, 2, 1. So here and 1 and here 1. Remaining are zeros. So 1, 0, 1, 00. So here I am going to perform what? OR operation. OR means what? 0, 0, 0. Remaining all are what? 1, 1, 1, 1. The value of this one is what? 30. Let us see whether it is 30 or not. Just I will write here 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is what? 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8 is what? 24. 24 plus 4. What happens? 28. 28 plus 2 is nothing but 30. So answer is the value of this one is what? 30. So we got 30 only. Okay, right. So this is about what? OR operation. OR operator. Now XOR. Okay, XOR operator. I will show you 20 XOR 10. What is the answer? 30 only. Again, it is showing 30. Okay, let us see. Same example I have taken here. Just the same values I will write here. 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 00. What is the rule of your XOR? If both are different values, then only we will get 1. If both are different, see, both are different, 1. Both are different, 1. Both are different, 1. Both are different, 1. Both are same, 0. Because in this case we are getting what? For OR operation we are getting same. For XOR also we are getting same. So let us take different value. Don't worry, I will take different value and I will show you. So first I will do here and later we will go to there. Small value I will take some 7 and 8. For example, 7 means 1 1 1. 8 means 4 values will be there. In this way, here I will place 0. Now what happens? These two are different. These two are different. These two are different. These two are different. So 4 ones is nothing but value is 15. Let us see that example. So what? 7 XOR 8. What is the answer? The answer is 15. So in this way, we are going to get what? The AND operation, bitwise AND operation, bitwise OR operation, and XOR, bitwise XOR operation. Now, very important, that one is what? Complement. But in above case, what we have seen? Not zero, not true is what? False. Not false is what? True. In that way, we have seen above examples. But this case is very, very important in this bitwise operators. It will take some time to understand. So I will give you 2 examples for this one. Don't worry. Right. See, I will take complement of 1 minute. Complement of 4. It is going to give you -5. So it leads to some confusion. So that in detail I am going to explain. Please listen carefully. It is very important to understand. So stepwise I will explain here. What is the value I have taken? So complement 4, it results me what? -5. So I will tell you clearly how it becomes -5. Sorry, -5. So first what we have to do means, first I have to take 4 value, positive 4 value. What is the positive 4 value? 1 0 0. For example, I will take total 8 bits. Okay, so remember that here negative is coming. So in any case, if you are going to consider signs, first bit will be what we can say sign bit. So 0 means sign is positive. Negative means it will be what? 1. Negative means 1, positive means 0. So here I am taking 4. 4 is what? Positive value. So here in this way I have to perform. Now I have to do what? I have to negate that one. That means complement that one. Complement of 4 means what? Complement means what? Zeros will be converted into 1. Okay. So now it is negation 4. That complement 4. Complement 4 means what? All bits will be converted into zeros to ones and ones to zeros. This is the value. Okay. So positive value becomes what? Negative. Remember, listen carefully. This indicates what? Negative. Okay. So remove this, keep this sign aside. And one point I have to tell. Positive, very important point. Positive values only. Positive values. Only positive values. Only positive values will be stored in memory. Stored in memory. Very important point. Then you may get some doubt that, sir, how negative values can be stored? So negative values will be stored in the form of positive values. How it will be done? By converting positive value to negative. So sorry, by using 2's complement. By using what? 2's complement. Very important point. So once again, I'm repeating this statement. Only positive values will be stored in memory. Yes, this is 100% correct. Sir, if I want to store negative values, how the values will be stored? Negative values also will be converted into positive values, and the numbers will be stored. How negative values will be converted into positive values? By using 2's complement. Okay, right. Now see, I will convert what I have to convert this negative number into positive number. Okay, sorry. Okay, this negative number into positive number. What happens? What I have to do? 2's complement I have to do. 2's complement is nothing but first 1's complement means ones into zeros. 0 0 0 0 zeros into ones. This is 1's complement of this number. Next I have to perform what? Plus 1. If I perform plus 1 to the 1's complement, it will become 2's complement. 0 plus 1 1 0 1 0 0 0 0. What is this value? This value is 5. So here I have to take sign as negative. Okay, right. This is one example. Don't worry. If you are unable to understand this one, I will repeat the same thing once again. Okay, 1 minute. Right. Now listen carefully. The same example I will repeat once again, but you have to understand these points first. What are those points? Only positive values will be stored in memory. Negative values will be stored in as a positive values. Okay, as positive values in memory. How it will be done? By using 2's complement. Okay, right. Now I will repeat the same example here, but listen carefully. Right. Negative, sorry, Complement 4 will gives you what? Minus 5. So first I have to take positive value of 4. What is the positive value of 4? Generally 1 0 0. 3 bits will be enough, but I will take total of 8 values. Not only 8, you can take n number of values, no problem. Just but for a representation I am taking 8 bits. Next, so first what I have to do? Negation for that is complement 4. Complement 4 means what? All bits will be converted into zeros, will be converted into ones will be converted into zeros. So 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1. Now what happens? By seeing this symbol you can understand what it is, a negative number. So negative numbers cannot be stored directly inside your memory, so we have to convert this value as a positive, and the negative sign is going to be attached to your that number. So this value has to be converted into which number? 2's complement number. Okay, it has to be converted into 2's complement number. How it is going to be converted? See here. So 2's complement is nothing but what? First we have to perform 1's complement, and for that 1's complement number we have to perform, sorry, we have to add plus 1. So 1's complement is nothing but what? We have to convert ones to zeros and 0 to ones. So ones to zeros, zeros to ones. So this value is nothing but what? 1's complement. So we have to add what? To make it as a 2's complement, I have to add one to that 1's complement. So 1 0 1 0 0 0 0, and sign is what? Sign is 1. 1 means what? Negative. So answer is what? Minus 5. In this way we are going to get output. Okay, now this is one example. I will take one more example so that you will get a clarity on this one. So I will take complement true. What you are going to get? You will think that we are going to get false, but we are not going to get false. We are getting what? True. Reason is this complement is what? This complement is bitwise complement. But what? Where are the bits in this one? There are no bits, so that this true will be
hatred
considered
Hinduism,
as.
bro. And again, Buddhism. This.
Oh, sorry. Okay, right. So we are going to consider this true as 1, because we require what? Bits. For true we are not having any bits, so internally true will be converted as will be treated as what? 1. So we have to consider negation of 1, that is complement of 1. Okay, now let us see. Negation of complement of true will be treated as what? Complement of 1. So already you know how to perform complement of 1. First we have to take 1. 1 means what? Only, for example, 0. Let us take 8 values: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, this is what? Positive value. So I want to do what? Complement. So automatically what happens? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. So what happens here? I cannot store negative values in my, as this implements what? Negative number. I cannot store this negative number into my memory, so I have to convert the value into 2's complement. So how it is going to be done? 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 1. This is 1's complement. This is what? 1's complement of that number. Okay, now to make it 2's complement, what I have to do? I have to add plus 1. So 1 plus 1 1 0 according to our binary addition. So 0 plus 1 1. So don't worry, 1 plus 1 is not 1. Generally what in decimal 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, in the same way in binary 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2 only. 2 means what in binary? 1 0. So that 1 will be here, 0 will be here. So 0 plus 1 1, 0 0 0 0 0, and sign will be added here. So this indicates what? Negative, and this value is what? 2. So answer is what? We are going to get minus 2. Okay, right, answer is what? Minus 2. So this is the example for your bitwise complement. Okay, right. So internally this type of operations will be done. Okay, if you know the concept of DLD or digital electronics, these are very easy. Okay, right. Now remaining two are there. Two, what we can say, operators are there. Those are nothing but shift left operator and shift right operator. These are very easy concept. Okay, just I will take the examples. So just I will take, for example, otherwise one big, first I will show you the result. I will take one value like small value I will take, because I have to convert it into bits. So 10 shift left 2 times. So how to remember that? Means, see, these are what we can say, these things are pointing to which side? Left side. Okay, that means it is what? Left shift. So now see, these are pointing to which side? Right side. So it is nothing but right shift. In that way you can remember. Okay, now 10 left shift, how many bits? 2 bits. The meaning of this one is what? This one, 10 left shift 2 times. Again repeating, 10 left shift 2 times. So first what I have to do, I have to take 10 value. I will take it in a 2 bits, sorry 8 bits. 10 value is nothing but what? 10 10. I will take in a 8 bits, 1 2 3 4. What I have to do, I have to shift 10 with 2 bits. So that means what? Shift 2 to left. This 0 will go outside and this 0 also will go outside. Then what happens? This 0 here, this 0 here, this 1 here, this 0 here, this 1 here, this 0 here. What about these two locations? Already these two zeros are went outside, so that here we have two locations are empty here. See, 6 values are there and we have to add 2 zeros here. Okay, this is what? Left shift 2. So I will give you a small logic for this one so that you can understand clearly. So now I want to find this value. So what is this? This is 0th location, first location, second location, third, 4 and 5. So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. So 2 power 5 is nothing but what? 32. Next, this is what? 2 power 3 is 8. So plus, remaining all are zeros only. So answer is what? 40. So what we got here? Answer is 40. So one logic I will tell you. See, left shift 1. That means what? For example, 1 0 1 0. Some 0 0 0 0 I am considering. Only one value will go outside. Remaining 1 0 0. Next 1 0 1 0 0. This is what the value is 20. Directly I can say that. Reason is, whenever, listen carefully, whenever we are going to shift one value, one shift left side, whatever the value we are going to consider, that will perform into 2 operation. So if we make one shift, it will perform into 2. So answer is what? 20. Let us see whether it is 20 or not. So here it is what? 0th position, first position, second position. Second position is nothing but 2 power 2, 4. Third position, fourth position, 2 power 4 is what? 16. So answer is what? 20. I will show you. So here we can observe clearly 10 left shift 1. So answer is what? 20. So whenever you are going to perform left shift, just remember this small logic. If you going to shift one shift left for any number, it will perform what? Into 2. If here how many times I have shifted? Where is that? This one. 2 times I have shifted. Okay. So what happens? Into 2 it will perform. Then what is the answer here? We are going to get 40. So I will take one more. Then you can directly say the answer. 25 left shift 2. Then what we can say directly? 25 into 2 into 2. What is the answer? 100. Directly we can say, without performing the operations, this type of operations. If you take any value, 100 left shift 2. Otherwise, let us take 3. Then what happens? 100 into 2 first, 200. 200 into 2, 400. 400 into 2, 800. Okay. In that way, directly we can say the output. Okay. This is a small logic you have to remember. This is about what? Left shift. Now I want to show you last operator, that is what? Right shift. Okay. So whenever you are going to see right shift, one right, okay, I will show you first, later I will explain. Same concept, but if you are going to take left shift multiplication, you can consider. If you are going to consider right shift, it will be what? Division. Automatic opposite of your multiplication is what? Division. If I take 1, what happens? Answer is 50. 100 by 2, 50. If I take 2 bits, for example, 2 bits, then what is the answer? Divide by 2, divide by 2. 50 by 2 is what? 100 by 2, 50. 50 by 2 is what? 25. Okay, I will show you. So just I will take one small value here, that is what? 10 I will take. Right shift 2. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, right. 2 bits I have to shift out, shift right side. So these 2 bits will go outside. So all these bits will be shifted here. Okay, now additionally 2 zeros are added. So what is the answer we got here? 1 minute. Okay. So what is the answer we got here? 2. That means what? If I shift 10 with 1, what should be the answer? 5. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 is there. 1 bit I am going to shift out. So this bit will be here. Next 0, next 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, and here additionally I am adding one more 0. The answer is what? 5. But here what happens? Answer is 2. Reason is what? Here generally if we divide 5 by 2, it should be 2.5, but it will take only floor value, 2 value. Okay, I will show you the answer. So 10, if I take 1, answer will be what? 5. If I take 2 shifts, then what it is going to give? 2. Okay, it is about what can we say? Shift operators. So here you can also perform with negative numbers also. Okay, so after shifting right, left hand side, what we can say, vacant bits will be sign bits. Okay, so don't no need of so I will take a small example for negative numbers also. So see, we are going to get what? -3. Okay, so same as your positive numbers only, here we are going to perform for negative numbers. Right, this is about your operators of your, what is this? These operators are called as bitwise operators. So we are having some more operators we are going to have. Those operators will be discussed in next session. Okay, thank you.